Planting some rainbow corn today, and along with that, I'm going to share a few other updates from my garden and the seedlings that have been growing in our garden. Hi everyone, and welcome to Fresh from My Garden. Today I'm planting some rainbow corn. So, this is something that I'm doing for the first time. And though I plant corn every year, and usually they are direct sow in the garden, I'm going to be planting them in a seed tray this time since this is a special variety that I bought online. So I just wanted to see if I'm getting a good germination on these. So I will be planting them in this seed tray, and you can see the colorful seeds of the corn that we have here. So usually I sow my corn directly in the ground up around 2 to 3 inches deep, and since I wanted to see if this seed variety is good, I'm going to be trying this and see how it works. This is a takeout container in which I have some cocoa peat mixed with vermicompost, and I'm planting these seeds in there. And after 5 days you can see this germination. I've got a good germination on these seeds. And along with that, I also have some beans that I'm going to be growing with my corn. This is how it looks after almost 8 days, and this is after 2 weeks. So now they are ready to be transplanted. They can't continue to grow in this container anymore. In addition to this, I have some more seeds that I have planted in seed trays and growing on my balcony. And these are some zinnias, and they had a good germination, but few of the seedlings died. I don't know if it was a pest attack, but the other seedlings seem to be doing fine. We have some basil and broccoli along with some onions also growing here. These are all doing well in drip trays that we have at the bottom of containers that I have used some cocoa peat and vermicompost as a potting medium. With my corn seedlings, some of these beans are also going into the ground close to the corn because they are good companion plants. And I have a lot of seedlings of tomatoes that I grew from seed along with some red bell peppers. I lost some of the red bell peppers that I grew earlier, and I have planted a new batch. So these are some seedlings that are getting ready to get transplanted, and I'll be doing them in the next couple of days. And I also have some single plants in tiny containers which will be transplanted into bigger containers over a period of time. Every year I try to grow something new, and this year the rainbow corn is the one that I'm growing as a new crop. And in addition to that, you can see these chickpeas that I shared in a video earlier. They have germinated well. I have few seedlings in this container, and I will be transplanting them. Also have some gomphrenias that I'm growing from seed. I planted marigolds and portulocas, vincas, and few other flower seedlings also. And I have a good germination on few of them, and not so good on some of the others. So you can see some empty trays here that just have a couple of seedlings here and there. Here we have some alyssums that I am growing from seed for the first time, and I have a good germination on them. And along with that, some coreopsis, and I have one seed that germinated from the hollyhocks. I already have some beans and cucumbers and a pumpkin plant and another couple of cucumbers that are already planted in the ground. So these were all sown in seed trays and I transplanted them into the ground a few days back, and I have given them a support so that they can climb on to this trellis that we have here. And now to transplant our beans and our corn seedlings into the ground. So we have dug some holes that is around 10 to 12 inches deep, and my husband has just sprinkled some neem powder to prevent any sort of fungal or pest attack that can affect these plants once they are transplanted. So here are the string beans that I grow from seed, and we are transplanting this into the ground. And very close to that will be the rainbow corn, which also we will be transplanting into the ground today. You can also see that we have a lot of pineapple plants that were propagated from store bought pineapples. So, I have another video on how to propagate the store bought pineapple and you can grow them in the ground. So, you can see here that our rainbow corn has grown really well and it is root bound. And I was really very scared to take them apart. I was scared of damaging the roots because they were really so tightly bound together, and it was a really tough task to get them apart. So carefully I removed these seedlings and I'm planting them in a depth of around 8 to 10 inches. So usually when corn is directly sown into the ground, they are just planted at 2 or 3 inches. But sometimes due to heavy winds, these plants can get uprooted, and it has happened to us a couple of times. So I didn't want to take a chance with these since this is a special variety that I'm sowing this year, and I planted them a little deep so that we don't get any damage on the crops. So here we have all of our beans and corn planted, and next to the beans I'm sowing some seeds of cucumber. So the soil is a little hard in spite of the rains, and I'm just digging up a couple of inches and direct sowing the seeds of cucumber into the ground. Corn, beans, and cucumber grown together are good companion crops, and they are usually known as the three sisters. So, I've never tried this method before, and I'm trying this for the first time. Hopefully, we will have a good success and good growth on all these crops. Thanks for watching Fresh from My Garden.